There's been yet another legal rebuff to the attempts by the Trump campaign to challenge the election of Joe Biden. In court, in a scathing ruling, a Pennsylvania district judge threw out what he said was an attempt to disenfranchise 7 million voters without any factual proof of rampant corruption. Meanwhile, as Fatima Manji reports, former Trump advisor Chris Christie has publicly challenged the president's refusal to concede.
Uncharacteristically sticking to script at the virtual G20.
To protect American workers, I withdrew the United States from the unfair and one-sided Paris Climate Accord, a very unfair act for the United States.
Today's focus was the environment. Yesterday, as world leaders discussed pandemic preparedness, Mr. Trump hit the golf course. Perhaps he was seeking consolation, as his chances of challenging the US election result are looking ever thin. The latest blow? A judge has dismissed the Trump campaign's legal challenge in the state of Pennsylvania, saying it had been haphazardly stitched together like Frankenstein's monster. Now, even some of his most loyal supporters are calling on him to concede.
The president has had an opportunity to access the courts. And I said to you, George, starting at 2:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning, if you've got the evidence of fraud, present it. And what's happened here is, quite frankly, the conduct of the president's legal team has been a national embarrassment.
Pennsylvania can now certify their results, showing Joe Biden won the state. It follows other swing states like Georgia.
Close elections sow distrust. People feel their side was cheated. We saw this from the Democrats in 2018, and we see this from Republicans today. Working as an engineer throughout my life, I live by the motto that numbers don't lie.
But most Republican politicians still haven't acknowledged a Biden victory, and Trump supporters remain vehement in their desire to see the result overturned.
I believe a total recount should be done in person with ID. The only way you're going to make both sides be able to accept the outcome.
And while the White House refuses to engage with the incoming Biden administration, the pandemic rages on. The US now has 12 million confirmed infections. Faced with the highest surge yet, the state of California is introducing a curfew. Health workers say they're burnt out.
We feel alone, alienated, and hearing, people not being supportive or compassionate, in fact saying that we're in on some kind of conspiracy, is incredibly painful.
Away from the political pantomime, they're dealing with the world's highest death toll. Perhaps this is where the White House should be focused.